agenda is on the slide. I'm going to tell you about the way our industry developed since the year 2000, and then a few words about the current situation in the industry, about challenges and prospects, and eventually I will summarize my main ideas. The fund resolves issues for three largest Russian tubes and pipes companies: TMK, Chelyabinsk, and United Metallurgical Company. We protect the market from non-bona fide competition. We promote steel tubes and pipes, and we develop technical regulations, standards. We also work with the Eurasian Economic Union to integrate our efforts to protect the market and promote our products in the Eurasian Economic Union. We also promote the advantages of the Russian tubes and pipes industry. You are well aware of all these three companies. Mr. Alexeyev introduced to TMK, but what I'm going to talk about today is applicable to the entire pipes and tubes industry and to largest companies that account for 65–70% of the entire sector. And we need all these successes, but without dizziness from this success. And we had some technological breakthrough in the past. If you look at this list, every position speaks for itself. These are simple words. Casing pipes with resistance to crashing, extra long and deep wells. But each one of those positions of pipes and tubes that are produced on an industrial scale, we have billions of investments, and these investments were made at the time when nobody in the Russian Federation or elsewhere could guarantee the stability of demand for these products. The companies took some risk. They borrowed the funds from the banks and other loan institutions, but we have this full-scale import substitution achievements in this sector. Let's look at one project, for example, with over 50 billion rubles of investments, and that generated about 12,000 jobs. That's Vyksonsky metallurgical plant, Azhovsky pipe and tubes plant, Volsky plant, Chelyabinsk plant, and now when this project is implemented for large diameter pipes, and now Mr. Miller from Gazprom can safely say that Gazprom imports only 0.5% of all pipes that Gazprom buys. And also in the Soviet Union, they signed this contract with the Republic of Germany, and the Soviet Union was going to ship 3 billion cubic meters of gas to them in exchange of 1.2 million tons of pipes and tubes. This was valid from 1970s until the end of 1980s. Then the pipes and tubes companies realized that they needed to do the same in our own country. They implemented this project in 5 years, and now, thanks to these efforts, we can safely say that we can compete with our tubes and pipes at any market in Russia, in the EU, or in other foreign countries. Let me give you a couple of examples of investment projects of pipes and tubes companies, and these slides show that pipes and tubes companies turn from metallurgical companies into oil service companies. They follow their clients, they go to offshore projects, they go to aggressive environments, extreme north areas. They not only manufacture pipes, they also manufacture valves, and fixtures. They produce solutions improving oil production ratios at the fields, and it is in this added value that we see the success of companies in the last 15 years. It would be impossible without the development of the HR reserves. You can have the cutting-edge furnace, you can have all sorts of equipment, but if you lack labor resources for that, all that equipment will quickly break down. Today, Russian tubes and pipes companies invest into what they call dual education. Education is always good. We have a lot of economists and lawyers in the Russian Federation who cannot find work. Tubes and pipes companies understood that to have their own labor resources, they need to stay in touch with those students of vocational schools and universities and bring them to their own production sites to combine theory with practice, so that tomorrow, when they graduate from their vocational schools and colleges, and even if they have a university degree, the students who come to them could immediately become highly professional employees, bringing down that huge, mitigating that huge problem created in 1990s, where young people were absent in metallurgical plants, and the older people did not have anybody to pass their experience to. Now all tubes and pipes companies invest into education. They offer scholarships to attract best graduates of vocational schools and universities. When we started our breakthrough in technology, we wanted to get certified according to international standards, including International Oil Institute standards, ISO, Japanese consumers standards, and many others. At the same time, we understood that to use best available technologies here in Russia, we needed to invest into pipes and tubes standards here in Russia and offer such technical standards that could later be turned into technical regulations of the Eurasian Economic Union, allowing us to offer the best products and screen the poor quality products from our competitors, from our neighbors. And Gazprom and Transneft and Lukoil and other oil and gas companies and nuclear machine building companies have a chance to buy Russian products according to technical standards that are totally in line with or even better than Western standards. After that technological break,